Hello and welcome everyone to BELEM Capacitation Building webinars. My name is David Serras Pereira. I'm a Portuguese music lawyer and I'm the International and Licensing Manager for Unison Rights. Unison Rights is one of the beneficiaries of the BELEM project and which is a project co-funded by the European Union. BELEM, as you can see by the name, stands for Boosting European Lyrics via Entrepreneurial Monetization. So at Unison, we are in charge of delivering the webinars to you, and naturally, you can book directly with us separate and dedicated mentoring sessions to cover the entirety of all that we've been explaining here. And this will be divided in different chapters, which you'll be able to access in Balam's website. So, welcome, and let's start with the first chapter, the overview. Everyone knows that books have translations, films and TV have subtitles or dubbing, opera has subtitles or supertitles live and online. But commercial and non-commercial music is far behind the other art forms when it comes to overcoming the language barrier. So, what is BELEM? As I explained, BELEM stands for Boosting European Lyrics and their Entrepreneurial Monetization, and it is intended to foster the licensing, aggregation, distribution, exhibition, and translation for meaning of lyrics, then greatly increase the monetization of European lyrics and lyrics translations for meaning. This significantly boosts the sustainability and exportability of European music songs for music publishers and songwriters, labels, and artists, and it benefits the audience, leading to increased language diversity and understanding globally with translated lyrics crossing and breaking borders, both in digital and virtual, as well as live in concert formats. This is not an utopia, it is the future intended by the BELEM project, that the lyrics and lyric translations for meaning will be distributed globally, and that virtual and live concerts by European artists will be produced with subtitles singing in their own native languages and or a mixture of languages, and will be able to understood by audiences in any country in many languages. Why lyrics translation and translation for meaning? So, what we've understood is that on an European level, many member state CMOs, which stands for collective management organizations or organizations that manage publishing rights for authors, publishers, publishing administrators, or heirs or other right holders, and European music publishers, being them indies or majors, we understood that they are still not participating in and not benefiting from these existing revenue streams. And they are not, or they were not prepared for incipient new revenue streams such as lyrics translation for meaning. So it was whether for lack of knowledge, lack of staff, IT issues, or simply lack of financial support, many EU publishers and CMOs and IMEs remained ill-equipped to properly deal with new media and new revenue streams, such as lyric exhibition, lyric translation, lyric digitization, and lyric synchronization. Other BELEM project major goals are to allow that the European-based works to be licensed and distributed with lyric translations for meaning, thus legalizing currently unauthorized digital sites around the globe. Also, while monetizing these views through new digital accounting and technological means, expanding, therefore, traditional business models for EU-based works. We also intend to drive new revenue streams to European authors, composers, and publishers, provide new digital tools for labels and music distributors to create new lyric videos in the original and multiple languages for their European recording artists, and boost the co-creation and co-production of new European works and recordings. Please check our BELEM website. The open calls for co-creation and co-production are ongoing during the project. It's something that you should be attentive and that you should apply because you can get really good support that will allow you to do co-creation and co-production within the sphere of lyrics and lyric translation for meaning. One of the wrap ups that we can do is that we want to add new economic value to European musical and linguistic heritage. Translation for meaning. We've said it before, but what is it? So, historically, it is important to understand that in the international music industry, the usage of most European languages has been in steady decline for decades. Just think about the French or even minor languages like the Portuguese or Catalan. So, in the 60s and the 70s, it was fairly common for English language artists to also record versions in French, German, or Italian. And that practice went almost extinct in the 90s, and then it has almost vanished in this century. The 20th century led to the Anglo American linguistic dominance that accompanied US led globalization since the 80s. As above, with notable exceptions, as we all know, when the US industry wants to capitalize on Latin or Asian needs by turning them mainstream. Although European music is not generally currently utilizing such strategies, in the US, Asia, Africa, and Latin, lyric translation remains an obvious key to success. Despacito, as you all know, would not have crossed over into a mainstream success outside Spanish speaking communities without the YouTube closed captioning. An English language Justin Bieber chorus would not have been possible without translating the original Spanish language lyrics. Reggaeton and songs in Spanish in general have benefited dramatically and globally from YouTube creative closed captioning. About translation for meaning. Nevertheless, closed captioning, automatic lyric translation, is often inaccurate on the majority of the world languages. Even for multilingual collaborations and featurings for Spanish English, the language pair best translated by machine AI as both languages have many speakers, the results are not 100% accurate. As the director of the World Travel and Tourism Council said, the biggest language in the world is bad English. So even English translations and any other lyrics open up, but not fully, the written comprehension for another 2 plus billion of internet users globally. I always remember this case where an Irish songwriter asked AI to translate the lyrics to Italian because there was an Italian artist that wanted to perform and record those lyrics. And when he received that, he said that it wasn't singable. So the words, although they were correct, it was not made for meaning. It was not made for a purpose. And this is a big difference when you are talking about translation for meaning versus closed captioning. So, translation for meaning will result in European cross-lingual understanding of songs in local languages, success from the cultural as well as the trade perspectives globally, and bringing immense value to European songs and people, as Latin America, North America, Africa, and Asia have already fully demonstrated. So, who are the partners in the BELEM project? We have MA, we have Deezer, we have Dot Music, we have Lyric Find, we have Nord University, we have Runda, we have Unison, and we have Zebralution. Each one of those responsible for parts of the project. Then we have the core, the publishers, the music publishers, and we have Lusitanian, Independent Digital, Parties Music, Broma, 16, Metatron, Mars Music, and Flipit. Thank you very much for being present at the BELEM seminars, and we look forward to meeting you in the next chapter. Check it out. It's on BELEM's website and it's called Intro to Lyrics. Thank you very much.